All right. Good morning for those who are uh, viewing this live from the Eastern Standard Zone, and good evening for the rest of the world. This is your host Harsh, and let's get started off without wasting a moment. We need to do a quick wrap up of what Euro, USD, and gold has been doing in the past couple of sessions. Yesterday was we touched base with Euro USD. So I have kept the counts as it is. And for those who are just joining, welcome once again. You might want to be subscribed for all the other active news. Just a moment, please. All right. So well, what I was saying was, if you're turning in for the first time, and if you're liking these counts and setups, you might want to be subscribed so that each time we go live, a notification shall be sent out, and so that you might want to participate live. And it's also interactive. If you have any messages, please do feel free to set it up right now. I would be replying to those just after the session, right? So let's get started off. What we did in Euro yesterday was almost bang on target, just about a 20 points here and there. But after that five wave decline of one larger degree, we did count another impulse wave higher, all right, like wave one, two, three, four, and five, and this box was presented for a calculative buying around the 1.1470, 1.1450 zone. It took its own time, went up to the 78%. Normally, the second wave does behave that way, but if we have done what we have done is correct, then the next move in the euro should be up on those lines. I mean, you can see 1.618 Fibonacci target. It's coming around the 1786. Let me see if my volume is adjusted. All right, so right now we are almost back to the same levels where we had analyzed yesterday. So it all looks good on the euro dashboard. Okay, I'll just increase my volume. So that's the story of euro. Bottom line, if you're still wanting to take any positions, potential buy price or has been missed, but you might want to wait if you want to reduce risk at this point in time, and if you're uh, just okay with the kind of stop loss that is being offered right now at 1.1400, then you might want to maybe partially enter at this price 1.1517. So potential setup is still on the buy side, with a potential stop, exact stop at around 1.1400, and the potential target around 1.1760. All right. Okay, so that's the story for euro. If we can flip the chart to gold, I mean, gold was done day before, but before we go to Dow Jones, let me see if I can bring up gold chart quickly. Just a moment. So the decline has been extended. That means what we just saw is a third wave probable, and we might want to remove this. So the retracement that we were expecting is not, it did not materialize. But the good thing was the Fibonacci extensions, the targets that we were talking about day before yesterday for gold. I mean, we are just about around that targets. I think the first two have been met. So if we relabel this stuff here, then from this point, wave B should be 5 waves, right? So uh, if that was wave 1 and wave 2, could be wave 3, somewhere we may expect wave 4. I don't know, let's adjust in a while. And that was, if we look at the degree, that was minute, so this would be minute. Yeah, minute, and one lower degree is minute day. So let me also, I just rechecked the extension here is just about the third wave Fibonacci extension around 1.618. Recalibrate here. There you go. 1.61, which is normally the third wave extension. So it has been met right now, and a potential pullback could be underway. Alright, so let's remove this Fibonacci and expect where the potential pullback would end, or so. Pullback retracements here, then around the 47.86 mark. Alright, remember this this wave 2 was a bit sideways. It looks like a WXY, a combination, or not WXY, but it was a bit sideways. ABC a bit flattish, right? It took some more time, so wave 4 could be sharper. And let me see if this first wave is done. In fact, this is what we are now expecting, wave 4 somewhere in this region. Try and do the path here. If it's a zigzag, it would be 535, or it could be a 335 as well. But watch out for this level. Next potential resistance around the 4780 zone. We might want to take help of the channel as well. If there is wave 3 and we give feed to wave 2, the channel is meeting somewhere around 4750 as well. The date is around the 25th of March. So maybe around next week we reach here, and then the next drop is wave 5. Let me finish this quickly and then we touch base with the Dow Jones. Alright, if that's wave 3, we give a hypothetical feed wave 4 up there. And that brings us to the Fibonacci extensions, 0.61, which is somewhere around the 4200 zone. And if it goes by the channeling technique, by the end of March, we should be somewhere close to 4200 mark. Alright, so that's the quick overview and adjustments of wave counts for what gold could be doing. Now let's touch base with the Dow Jones. Since we are doing it for the first time, it won't be a recap or something. Let's go on the daily chart straight away. Okay, I've done some stuff here, so let's bring up another one. Let's bring up an FXCM or Blackpool markets. Perfect. We don't want to go all the way back there. I think this 37,000 level is where a potential wave 4 of one larger degree was there. I think it was primary. Uh, and next could be, if we label this chart, it is already 5 waves complete. So after that larger degree wave 4 potentially completing at the 3700 mark, this could be wave 3, another wave 4, and potential wave 5 complete. And this would be the minute. And the minor wave 4, I can just place it. That was could be labeled as minor wave 4, bringing up as minor wave 5 up there. Change this to minor. So we've got minor wave 4 and up there is minor wave 5. Between we have 5 waves at a minute degree as well. Believe it or not, these are not just two levels of an impulse complete. It's actually 4 or 5 levels of impulse complete, 4 or 5 degrees of impulse completing around the 50-100 handle. So Dow Jones is actually, or could be actually, let's not be very overconfident kind of stuff. It might have actually print a major top. I repeat, sir, it could be a major top in place at 50,000 levels. So please don't go by any myth that the Dow might have entered or SPX might have entered or Nasdaq for that matter might have entered another decade or a couple of decades of uptrend, which normally is the noise. It's actually the trap, and most of the traders have you might have seen most of the investors and traders getting trapped in this zone where the fifth wave completed around the 50,000 mark. All right, now now this is a very good time to discuss now the reason why price action is just testing the previous wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, correct? So what we might have just gotten here is the first degree or the first impulse wave complete. We start labeling. I think it could be a minute as well. All right. So the bottom line is that we've got the first impulse ready, and it doesn't call for a short at this point in time. What we can now do is prepare for what could be coming up next as price action ideally would want to unfold. All right. That is the wave hourly. We can just shift to 4 hour so that we have a better view. There you are. This is what I was actually waiting for. I didn't knew if it is happening right now because it was a very busy day for us as gold continued its decline. As I said, recently involved as risk management with on the risk side of the business. It keeps us very busy. All right. But this is what we've actually been doing since the last 17 years now, and it is absolute passion to discuss because no one is. We don't consider ourselves. I don't consider myself to be knowing everything. But if you don't keep up with your counts and charts, then eventually it's going to dry up. So that's the primary reason why I thought it should be coming up daily on the YouTube and discussing potential wave counts. Now, doesn't it look good and excellent? In the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1, 2, straight down there, 3 sharp wave 4, and then wave 5. So if that's the correct way, it's let's pull out the extensions as well, where we might be seeing the targets being met for the fifth wave termination. You see that 0.61, 0.8%, just maybe a couple of hundred points lower, somewhere around 45, 600. Right now it is around the 45 875 zone. So maybe by the end of the day it can touch base with the 641. Not necessary though. I think we is already tested 700 mark. So bottom line is that we are just completing the first impulse. Alright, that means not the time to sell, but I would say it's not the time to buy either unless you're very aggressive for that. Ideally, we would wait for bulls to come back here for a corrective wave. Ideally, three waves up, just pulling back the Fibonacci ratios up there. So this is what we're expecting. So where we are, that's what we keep asking. I mean, I'm telling you guys, this is another trap. When I say this is another trap, potentially when the market is trading right now, I mean, and this is the point where most of the traders get trapped that okay, it's falling and it might continue dropping, and I've been left out, and there's a lot of noise going outside, war situation, and all those noise trigger further to to this trap here. So most of the traders end up trapped here selling, all right, considering that it's going to go further down. But then the language of the market or the wave structure of the market is telling us a different story that all right, I'm completing the five wave structure potentially now, very close to completing it. So the next ideal step or the next logical step is going to be a three wave corrective rally, which normally would go and accumulate around the previous wave 4 of one lesser degree here. So that zone of resistance, as we try and did for euro, it may not come so soon, but it will at least for maybe it can materialize in the next few days or weeks, is this zone somewhere between 40 48 300 and 48 700 or so. So wait for I mean it's not a small gap, it's almost 3000 points, but then going long is also risky here because you never know where the bottom is going to be formed. So wait for the first impulse wave on the lower time frame as ideally what I would do. Switch to the hourly chart or a 15-minute chart and wait for a five wave rally up there from this point. I mean, this look at that beautiful five waves: one, two, three, four, and five. So maybe you might want to wait at least till the wave four of the lesser degree is taken out at 46,280, or even better, wait for that high to be taken out. All right, that could be wave four here as well. I mean, or maybe one more low still needs to come in picture. But either wait for 46 200 300 to be taken out, or maybe if you can readjust the count here, that could be wave 4 as well, uh, if it's just a running flat or so. But either ways, wait for the first impulse on an hourly chart, and then buy on a corrective decline, or buy straight away with a very tight stop loss at the low. Right, if you're an aggressive trader, then you might want to carry it further towards 48,600 mark. But the bigger picture, I mean, the bigger story lies in from this point. So we'll have to wait for a while until this materializes, and then we look forward. Wait for the next session, because uh, when we come back in the Dow, maybe after another 2 days or so, maybe it's going to be on Tuesday, we start discussing, and by that time we would start this wave to materialize as well, to begin materializing as well. we start discussing where we are actually heading or potentially moving in the next several weeks or months as well. I repeat, sir, in the next several weeks or months as well for the Dow Jones. All right. So stay tuned and thank you once again for being online here. This is the story as unfolded for Dow Jones, and we'll be back again tomorrow with detailed discussion of gold, where we many traders would be trapped on this short side today as gold hit 4500 circuit. Uh, so we'll discuss what was the trap point and what is the next story that we expect in gold to unfold. Stay tuned for that. We see you tomorrow at the same time, and you might want to be subscribed, and also if you're liking these videos, help us spread the word, and it's all for traders, by traders, and for traders. All right, so until tomorrow, once again, thank you for joining in, and please do take care and God bless. Goodbye.